Hey guys, it's me. I told you it was gonna be pretty quick after that first one that I was gonna get my first episode in, and this is going to be my top 10 favorite cartoons from my childhood. Now, a couple rules before I get into all this is one, it's my opinion. I don't really care what you guys have to say, at least where this is concerned, but I will take your suggestions later on maybe a top 10 countdown for all you guys. And rule two is this isn't in any particular order. It's just how these guys kind of popped into my head. So just wanted to let you guys know all that. Well, anyway, on to number 10 is the Powerpuff Girls. Okay, I know this is Cartoon Network kind of geared this more towards girls, but I really enjoyed it. I mean, it's superpowered freaks with bug eyes, which, if I remember correctly, is actually a line they used in like the origin video or whatever it was, and it was just fun. I mean, superpowered little girls beating up all these bad guys and still going to preschool. It's kind of funny. Anyway, and I gotta say, my favorite episode, and at least for this series, was when Mojo Jojo, him, Princess, and Fuzzy Lumpkin came in and did a team up, and it was just a Beatles free for all. So that just happened to be my favorite, just because I'm a Beatles fan and all that. But anyway, yeah, that's Powerpuff Girls for me. And not really much else to say. If you guys can't tell, I'm tired, and this is the third time I've tried taking this video, and I'm just really ticked off at YouTube. Anyway, on to number 9, which is Dexter's Laboratory. Now, Dexter's Laboratory was really fun. It was crazy. I mean, Dexter was making all sorts of different stuff, like mechs, potions, alternate dimension portals, time machines, all sorts of stuff it wouldn't exist otherwise. I mean, come on. Not to mention, if you actually looked at the way his house is built and where everything he uses to get into his lab is, I mean, that carpet tube that he had would have gone like directly down into the living room or the kitchen. You don't ever see it. And the bookshelf door, it was on the back wall of the building. There's just no possible way the lab is there. So that was always something that kind of confused me. I tried to figure out where it was every time. I always knew it was underground. I just didn't know how he got there from out the second story back door, which was really kind of funny. Anyway, I also got to say that I like the Justice Friends shorts that they usually did. I mean, that was just a huge Marvel ripoff. Excuse me. I'm sorry, Hanna Barbera or whatever it is that came up with this, but you guys just ripped off Marvel. Don't get me wrong, I love Marvel and I love what you guys did with this because it's just a completely funnier version than Marvel. But come on, really? Anyway, that's just it. Also, if you guys are wondering what I'm looking at, it's my script. I'm doing this completely without editing, without any sorts of other stuff like that. But anyway, moving on to number 8 is Ed, Edd, and Eddy. Now, this show was the epitome of what I wanted as a child. I mean, these 3 kids, 3 best friends, they've known each other forever. They've lived in this cul-de-sac also forever, and they have all these other kids that just happen to live around them. And that's just what I wanted. I mean, I just grew up in an area where there weren't that many kids right in the near vicinity that I could go play with. So it was just me. So that was really something, and not to mention, I mean, they made all this weird stuff. I mean, the one episode they made a cruise liner or something like that out of a tire, I can't even think of it. A cooler. There we go. A cooler, some bed sheets, and some plumbing, and using Ed with 1D as a motor. Why not? And then they made that cardboard version of New York City that they all got lost in. everything was just funny. It was all set up to where they were trying to just make money and buy Jawbreakers. So why not? And I gotta say, the series finale, which was amazing, by the way, just it made everything complete. It brought everything full circle. Finally showed us who Eddie's brother was, who was a complete jerk, by the way. Oh, by the way, spoilers. He's an ass. End of story. Not to mention, all the kids finally become friends with Ed, Ed and Eddie, and it just leaves you feeling with wholeness or completeness with just the whole series in general. So that's what I loved about it. And if you notice, most of these series that I'm going through, they either haven't ended, or they kind of tapered off, or just something happened where they kind of got lost, or they're still continuing, or still going on. Some of them are, but most of them have either ended or tapered off somewhere. This is just happened to be one of those that finished. Anyway, moving on is number 7. Yeah, not 8, 7. This one really is a tie between three seasons in the same series. It's Digimon, Digimon Tamers, and Digimon Frontier. Now, when I went back and actually researched these, because I just wanted to have a little bit of nostalgia, I gotta say, each and every opening was amazing. If you guys haven't seen it, go watch them, especially Digimon Frontier, because that one, it just makes you want to smile and kind of get up and do a little dance. I mean, I did a little bit, not much, but, and I gotta say, Digimon Frontier was my favorite. I mean, Digimon, just the original series, was amazing. It gave us a concept, it developed it fully, had a resolution, and it was awesome. I mean, they had a second season, and it had Kari, I think her name is, and it was okay at best, but it didn't have the same spark that the first season did. Then Digimon Tamers, I gotta say, it had the same spark that the first Digimon season did, and it was a little bit darker. And you'll find that is a recurring theme with me, is that dark stuff kind of gets me a little more than, say, lighter stuff. I mean, I get Eda and Eddie Dexter's Laboratory and Powerpuff Girls. Those probably the 3 lightest ones on this list. But, yeah, anyway. And I gotta say, my favorite of these 3 is Digimon Frontier. Now, I know you guys are gonna give me a lot of flack for that, but just hear me out. I mean, just the concept of kids turning into Digimon, these all-powerful digital beings that could, I don't know, shoot fire, ice, all sorts of other stuff out of their body parts. Not to mention being able to digivolve about, I think it was halfway through the series. I mean, come on, guys. It was amazing. And yeah, that should. I want to watch the whole series again. I'm probably going to do that after I get done with a few more videos. But yeah, anyway. And I'm gonna end it here and post a second video with part 2. But but for the final one on this video, it's Dragon Ball Z. Now, I don't think I really have to sing Dragon Ball Z's praises, and I know it doesn't really follow the manga, and that's something you'll find about me is that I love manga, but I never got into the manga, and when I started watching Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z and all that stuff, I didn't really care about comic books just in general. So, Dragon Ball Z was just amazing. I mean, it was dark, it was witty, it was funny, it was just over the top. And back then, I mean, I was probably what, 7 back when this original 5, 6, 7 when this was originally airing. So it was amazing. It was dark. It was violent, and I mean, come on, look at people. I'm going on a small rant here right now. People say that violent cartoons, video games, and all that crap, it makes us weird. Yes, I'm weird, but honestly, who wants to be normal? Normal's too darn boring. It is. I mean, come on. Look at your normal friends. Look at your weird friends. Which one would you rather hang out with? Just saying. Anyway, that's gonna wrap it up for this second video for YouTube. If you guys like this, please like, favorite, subscribe, all that stuff. And like I said in the first video, I am basically advertising like, again, Jesse Cox said it perfectly, like a shameless whore. Anyway, thanks guys, and I guess I'll see you later. I am the Bloody Seymour, and I'm signing off my second video for YouTube. Bye, guys!